What's up, guys? It's Chachi Power here with CollectionDX to do the video portion of my written review over on CollectionDX.com. So we're going to start off with the packaging real quick. Here's the box. It's got a nice glossy finish to it. And if you turn it around back here, you see all the pictures of the robot and the contents. Once we get inside, you'll see it's got this little old school sleeve here, this little cover, little window cover. It doesn't actually attach to anything. It's just laying on there. And right underneath is the robot in a plastic tray with all the accessories, and you got the stand way back there. And once you get him out of the tray, the first thing you want to do is actually remove these little protective baggy pieces over his arm. And then we'll go ahead and check out the articulation on the head. You got the neck that moves back and forth, head up and down, and you also have the neck which moves separate from the head here. You have the shoulders that go up like this. They also go forward. Then you have the swivel here on the elbow. Now the forearms are attached on a peg like this. Alright, that allows the swivel there. You also got the elbow, and you have the wrists here, which have a not too much movement there, but it goes back and forth, little tiny bit back and forth, not too much. You have the chest piece here, which moves back and forth like this, and you'll notice it's got this little plastic thing protective here to protect the paint from scratching. The waist does move side to side. You do have the leg articulation, and it's a swivel joint, so if you wanted to get the leg to go forward, you kind of have to spin this joint around like so, and the leg around. So it gives you a lot of ranges of motion depending on where you have the swivel set up. The knees, not great. Very little movement. Then you have the foot here that moves back and forth like so, and side to side just a tad. Now if we swing the figure around, you'll see it's got this little skirt here in the back, which also moves in when the head moves up, so it actually moves away when you need to articulate the head up. Build quality is actually very good. The paint is just amazing. I can't say this enough on all the releases for this. The paint is just absolutely perfect. There's not one little piece of hair or dust or anything. It's just completely highly polished all the way around. The head, everything gloss. The body here, the back, everything is just perfect. Just check that out. And most of those details can only be appreciated when holding the figure up close. I mean, look at the sharpness of those black panel lines. They're just, I don't even know the word for it. But and the sharpness of all the paint apps. There's no blur on the edges. Check out the black down here. It's just incredible. And also, look, more panel lines here. Razor sharp black panel lines. So the paint on this is just absolutely phenomenal. So the next thing we're going to do is check out the optional pieces. Alright, he does have his cape here, which has the built-in shoulder covers here. Alright, then he has the standard regular shoulder pieces here without the cape. Alright, again, all these pieces do feature that nice black panel lining that's nice and sharp. And he's got optional hands. We're going to go through all of them. He's got the standard fist ones, which he has on right back there. He's also got these chubby little open hands. He's got these weapon holding hands. These are for the axes. Alright. He's got the pointing finger. And that's about it. So he's got two of each. Alright. And I'll show you the axis here. Alright. Now, there's no paint apps aside from this little thing here. There's no weathering on it. But check out the sculpting. It's actually pretty cool. It looks like a really heavy old metal. And it's got the texture on it just gives it that whole old school casted feel to it. And it's got the spiked balls right up the top. Now, a lot of times the figures, you have to force this end through the hole. You know, when you do, then the axe is kind of loose. What they've gone and done is made the handle removable, which is excellent, so you don't have to force anything, you know, through the hand there. But you put this post here, and it is kind of tight regardless. Wow, it actually is pretty tight. So tight, in fact, that we are going to skip that for a second while I heat up the hands on their heat lamp. It is viciously cold in here, which is why I'm wearing a jacket. So what we'll do instead is check out the little shoulder pieces here. Now, the shoulder pieces are articulated, which is why they have this little peg right inside. It's a little tricky to get onto the shoulder, but it does peg in. Once you got those pegged in, you'll see they're nicely articulated above the shoulder, allowing you a wide range of movement. Now once you got those pegged on there, you'll see it gives him a nice look here. Now obviously he's missing the cape. If you did want to use the cape, you don't have to keep these shoulder pieces on because the cape already has the shoulder pieces on there. So we'll go ahead and pop these off. And the cape very simply goes right into this square hole, which you peg right out back like that. Alright, so there you go. Now you got the whole caped shoulder spiked look there. Alright, so now I've given the weapon holding hands a little bit of time to heat up, so now the handles do actually fit in the fists. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Makes it a little bit easier to put everything on without getting your hands all over and just whatever. Pop this off here, and this here. Pop it right in. Attach the axe. Now this is keyed right here, so you can't just pop it in any way you want. It's keyed in this way, and then you can spin it around in the fist if you need to, and pop the elbow back in, and then just do the same with the other side. If you don't already know, it does have a light up gimmick. You may have seen this button back here. Just push it in like that to turn it on. Now here's the thing, sometimes people have complained that this button doesn't go in. You got to make sure this skirt isn't up because it blocks the button. Okay, make sure the skirt is down, then you're able to press the button there. And what's cool, it's got a nice feel to it. You can kind of hear that little one push click in there. Now before we can get the light gimmick to work, we need little button cell batteries. These came off some other Chogokin I have. Unfortunately, they are not included with the set. It's too bad, but you know, I guess it's for storage reasons. But so we're going to go ahead and attach the batteries. And what I like is how well they've hidden the compartment. Now you'll notice the three fins back here, they all have right in their little line, right? They all have them, right, to keep them all looking the same. Except that that's actually the line where this piece separates. We just pop this, you'll see that. It's pegged on there with these little tabs. And then all you have to do, well, here's a panel, just so you guys can see it, what it looks like. Just a simple panel. But what you want to do is check the inside, make sure you got the polarities correct, and then go ahead and insert the batteries, which in this case are LR41s, and then put all three in the back. Tweezers might help with this to be able to stack them up properly, so you might want to have those handy unless you have really teeny fingers, but I don't, so I require the use of tweezers. And once you have all three situated in there, grab the panel, pop it back on. Alright, and before you turn it on, you might want to shut some lights off. We'll do that. And press the button. And there you are. LED gimmick. Give you a moment there to check that out. You can almost see right inside, which is pretty cool. You can see right inside where the eyes are. See how bright it is? And the jewel up here actually lights up blue. The rest of the face, if you'll notice, I don't know if you can really see, but the plastics are actually like a orangey yellow, I guess. But when they light up, it's all blue, which I thought was a nice effect. I just love the way that LED looks right there. But yeah, so that's the light gimmick. Now while this figure does stand well on its own, it does have a tendency to topple over every once in a while if you don't balance it just right, and that's due to the heft of all the die-cast metal in this piece. So they've included a little stand, alright, which I will pop out right here. And it's an adjustable stand. It does have this little articulation arm here. This piece right here is for his belly. Now it's keyed also on this right here, so you know which part of the stand to attach it to. Keys right in there. Then this one you kind of want to hold to the side like that. So it's this way, one's this way, the other one's this way. Alright. And you simply, let's just take off this cape, make it a little bit easier. Want to peg it right into his butthole. I know nobody likes getting stuff pegged into the butthole, but unfortunately some robots have to deal with that. So you go ahead and pop it right in, whee, slide it right on, and then lay his belly right on the front, and then you can go ahead and pose the head up. Let's get this like that, like he's in a flying pose. And you can use the stand any way you want. This is pretty much what it was designed for. And if you want, you can put the cape back on. Alright, so it's actually a pretty cool stand. It's solid. The figure's not going to topple off because he does have something pegged in his butt. Then you can also go ahead and remove this part here, fold this down, and just have him in an upright position. Just work with that a little bit. Bring the head down. So that is the stand. And of course I know you guys want to check out the diecast, so we'll go ahead and check out how much exactly he does have. Now if you've been watching the video wondering exactly how big this figure is, this is how big it is. Alright, and aside from that, this figure has been released in a black version, which I also reviewed for CollectionDX. Alright, you'll see the black version Looks really, really good. And they've also released a grandizer, which I have right here, so you can see how they all scale together. And actually the grandizer is coming out in black. I'll be doing a review of that soon, hopefully. But yeah, this is Getter Dragon from Yamato, which is their first release and an incredible release. All the releases have been great so far. Excellent paint, excellent build, excellent detail, excellent everything, guys. And I do thank you for watching this video. Make sure you check out the written reviews for these two guys on CollectionDX. And until next time, guys, bye bye.